already done the sound check.
Alright.
Go ahead and right into trying to do this. Again, I hope we had a lovely intro song for this. I don't know that until after I start editing this, and then later on when I really get going on this, probably just know. But for right now, I'm just hoping that I do a good job later. Futurely, please do a good job. Anyways, welcome back to the Geek, or to Quantum Geek.
Alright. I'm Will.
Yes, these are my players. Will,
I'm Landon.
Landon. Will plays Sam. Landon plays Luke. Currently, they seem to be in different bodies.
Yep.
They are guys, but they both seem to be in a feminine body.
Yeah. Yeah. That's far the reason why it's taking so long to adjust.
Yeah. So last time they were given a mission. How about this? One of you guys go ahead and explain what happened last.
Well, there was a bunch of confusion. Realizing that we're actually, my character realizing that he's in an episode of Star Trek. He first thought it was a bunch of cosplayers playing Star Trek. And then when, some, and when Q appeared out of nothingness, he kind of put two and two together and went, "Oh, I think I'm truly, truly boned. This, this seems, this seems to be happening." And then after that portion of having Q, notice because he's Q, notice that some things are out of place. We now have a mission to actually go to Farpoint Station. Yeah, that's the one it was, right?
Right, Farpoint.
Yeah, and actually complete the mission with our captain.
Yep.
So I actually feel kind of bad for the captain since Q's just probably keeping him somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure the captain's fine. Q loves Picard.
I'm gonna say that you got to point out that Q was just put Picard on the shelf and going, "Yep, I like this. We're gonna keep it."
All
Wait,
right.
what?
So, it takes, I think, a few. I want to say it takes a couple of days. No, no.
If we
Excuse
didn't
me.
go
I
at the
remember.
maximum warp,
I
because you
remember he gave you in the show. He gave 24 hours. He did not actually give you guys a time.
no, he did not.
He did not give you
No,
guys
he
a
did
time
not.
limit. This.
He just said he would observe.
Yes.
So at this point,
So,
I'm actually
but
kind of
in the show, he gave them 24 hours, which means they were at least a few hours away from Farpoint.
yes.
So what are you guys doing in the couple of hours that you are traveling?
Well, I'm hoping for the love of God that we have an officers meeting so we can actually talk about how this is gonna go,
Yeah,
what's
I
gonna.
actually think um currently the
That's what
ranking
I was thinking.
officer on the bridge, I believe, is actually
Yes, Troy. Troy, I think is actually the most senior person because everybody else that's more senior is the person the people were
a
picking up.
Data. Data might be, because Data is a senior lieutenant,
hmm
might be um
Slightly
so
above me.
here's what I'm going. No, he's definitely below you.
I'm gonna.
Mm.
He's still below you.
You might think that he's slightly above you. Fine.
Mm-mm.
It is completely okay for you and your character to believe that he is the ranking off.
yeah. Sadly, I remember Star Trek, and in Star Trek, Data. Yeah. Data doesn't get to have nice things because
Um, so after he sets
you
the
are the most
course
senior.
and um he turns in his chair and looks back at Luke
Mm-hmm.
and goes, Counselor Troy, I believe it would be a good idea for us to have an officers meeting. There are
That's
only a few of us here still, but as you and the ensign are supposed to be in charge, perhaps we should discuss what is to be done.
I completely agree with that.
Oh, yes. Please, let's have a meeting. Says the
No, we must go in completely blind.
All right, so he stands from his chair. The alien-looking guy who I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and start saying Worf.
yes.
We all out of character know it's Worf, even if he hasn't introduced.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Even my
Worf,
character knows it's worth.
Worf, and kind of leads the way to the ready room,
Mm-hmm. I'm following
and
right.
and Data kind of seems to wait for you, Luke.
All right, I'll head in as well.
All right. As you guys go in, I would like you to give me.
Okay.
This will use.
I swear, if I roll a 10 again.
Yeah, if you were here for the last episode, Luke kept rolling 10.
Which makes it,
Um,
easy.
yeah. Let's see.
So yeah, I
Yes,
rolled.
intelligence is your perception.
So I got a 6.
So you rolled a
7.
6, rolled a 7. Right. So I am going to tell you. Right,
Mm-hmm.
who rolled a 6?
I did.
You did? Hey,
Mhm.
you gonna wait until
Sorry.
it's fine. That's why
Yep.
editing's there.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right. So Sam rolled a 6.
Mhm.
Sam does pass perception.
Well, that's good to know.
Luke rolled 7. So pass. Neither of you passed. Um, neither of you got a 10. I'll tell you that.
Gotcha.
So
I was
essentially,
scared
you
to hear.
guys walk into this room, and the tables, on the table there, it's like
Mm.
a glass table with a reflective surface. You both get to see sort of a fuzzy image of each of you. I'm going to share the images of
Mm-hmm.
each of you with you
Okay.
so that you guys know which.
Gotcha.
And as for our
Yep.
air is Sam, air is Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And also for our viewing audience. Hey guys, go viewing audience. I know it's not great images, but there they are.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, As you enter, Lieutenant Worf goes, "What the hell's going on here?"
Yeah, I looked
And
Before anybody starts talking, I'm gonna go ahead and get my scanner ability going.
up.
all right, Luke. Well, first, Sam, how do you feel?
I'm looking around, feeling anxious, going, I don't know what's going on.
All right, so I don't know if do you remember what Worf looks like? All
Yes.
It's been a minute since I've seen a Star Trek episode.
right, so Worf is feeling angry, and you still get nothing from this pale guy.
Oh, dang.
Like, if it's almost like if you did not have your other senses, you
I
would
wouldn't even
think,
know he was there.
yeah.
Alright. Apparently, somebody wants us to go to Farpoint and snoop around. What we're supposed to find out, I don't know.
Um, well, we are supposed to go to Farpoint and inspect their facility, as well as pick up Commander William Riker, and Dr. Beverly Crusher, and Lieutenant Jordy LaForge.
Okay. All right.
As well as speak with the local representatives who have created this space station for the use of working with the Federation. We
Okay.
are also supposed to, as our Captain Snoop, to discover how they were able to create such a facility in the time that they were, because as far as our records show, they do not have many of the material with creating a proper space station.
Hmm.
Really? That's interesting.
That answers my other question.
Are we not going to talk about that person? Where is our captain?
That's honestly a good question.
At
Have
the current point, we do not know. But
okay.
currently, I think it would be best just to follow along with it, whatever he wishes, until we can figure something out. Because if he wants to, he could probably easily kill all of us in a blink of an eye.
It's different.
Your little emblem on your chest, Luke,
Mm-hmm.
starts making a chirping noise.
Mm-hmm. I'll hit it.
All right. When you do, medbay here. Lieutenant Yar is back in stable conditions. She is on her way to the bridge.
We are currently having an operatives meeting if you wanted to send her there.
Right. Um, I will go ahead and let her know.
Thank you very much.
All right. So yeah, my character just pipes up and goes, "Is there any record of a being like this before?"
None at all. Um, had far more abilities than anything. Technology far greater than anything that anyone has imagined. As I am currently of human creation, human and alien create, or as I am the pinnacle of an artificial creation, as well as the most highly advanced creation known to anyone in the creation, then this really seems like far beyond what I am capable of. Meaning that not only is this a more advanced, powerful, it is also an advanced intellect.
Great.
So in other words, he's an anomaly.
Indeed. All right. The door opens and the blonde woman comes. Are you okay? Yes, except for I'm kind of pissed. What was that back there?
Yeah, trying to figure that out right now.
Why
That's why
is
we're
the
holding a
ensign?
meeting.
Why is an ensign in here during an officers' meeting?
Uh, Apparently the alien being, whatever we're gonna call them at this point, decided to put me and, as I point to, as I point to, as I point to me and
Troy?
Troy in charge
Are
for
you
some.
kidding? They are
No.
not, actually.
No, not.
According to the form known as the Q, according to the life form known as the Q, which
Oh,
we're going to just go ahead and retroactively say that at some point someone asked who he was.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I was just finding it hilarious that we changed so much that he never introduced himself. He just actually went, you know what? This is so unusual. I'm not going to give my speech.
As far as the life form known as known as the Q informed us, if we do not follow his instructions, we will cause all human life to be eradicated from the universe. And as well, that means our captain will not be returned.
So yeah, I think at this point it's a hostage situation with great states. So
I will go ahead
And the
and let
one
you know.
person.
I'll go ahead and
Uh
let you know, Luke.
huh.
The blonde woman is agitated, but also
Mm-hmm. And the one person that tried to revolt against him while he was making us in charge. Let's just say they're no longer living. And he did it with,
she's
and
living.
Q did it with
If
the.
she's
he's
living,
living.
she's the person right there.
Oh,
I would say that's
okay.
her
I
right.
thought she was
Yeah.
completely dead.
No. She's still
Yeah,
living.
yeah,
Flash frozen.
but yeah.
When someone is flash frozen, there's a
Mm-hmm.
possibility
Especially in this
Okay, good.
to.
universe.
But he did that without even blinking an eye. It was like it was
Very
second
true.
nature.
So, what exactly are we doing? And as she asked that question,
Mm-hmm.
um, the Luke's Luke or badge starts chirping again.
I'll hit it.
We're approaching Farpoint Station now.
Alrighty.
All right. So
I think it would be best to split up into, I would say, teams. One team go talk to the local representative. One team go and inspect the station, and then the other team snoop around and
Yes,
try to figure out how they were able to.
I agree. I believe that since you are the current ranking officer, it would
Mm-hmm.
be best for you to stay on the ship and the ensign to go down to the planet and rendezvous the our new commander. Once the
that makes
commander has been informed of what is going on, I assume he will come up here and at the very least advise you.
I'm fine with that plan.
All right.
that's good with me.
I'm of course going to go down there. No, I'm head of security. I will attend with the ensign. So the blonde woman, who you now know as Lieutenant,
Mm-hmm.
leaves leaves the room, kind of leads the way to lead.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be following because at this point I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
Okay, um, so yeah, you I guess will follow Lieutenant Yar.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys get into what seems like an elevator. So by your memory, it doesn't pretty much like not the normal type of elevator. Seems almost. It doesn't even feel like it's moving.
I was gonna say is an elevator that doesn't really feel like an elevator and has no buttons.
And so you go and leads the way to the this
Okay.
other no, it's a transport.
All
As
right.
you're going, she's talking to you. Have you ever been on a field assignment before, Ensign? It's Ensign Roads, right?
Yes, yes, and no, this will be my first one, and what a first one this is.
You've been trained for phasers, I assume. Part of my.
Yes.
Oh, I hope that we won't have to use them, but always good to. But always remember that if you pull your phaser, it does mean that you are already consenting to be. So do
That,
not pull it unless you are prepared for that.
that's fair. That's a fair statement.
All right, so you enter this room. It seems very vacant for the most part, except for these little panels and a little computer area.
Gotcha.
He goes and stands on top of one of the panels.
I follow suit with one of the other pedals.
Right. The person at the computer station says, "Ready to energize?" And Lieutenant Yars nods her head, and
I nod to.
you get a nice, strange feeling of all of your atoms just kind of going away, but not so much in a, you know, hurtful way or anything. It's just the first time that you've ever been through a transporter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That.
And the next thing you know, you are currently looking at an alien planet.
Yep, yep.
Most of the people around seem to look fairly human. I'm gonna go ahead and move our um your current
Uh-huh.
so yeah, there you go. See this place.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, you're in this place, and
Yeah.
you the the lieutenant approaches this person. He
Mm-hmm.
rather attractive man, human,
Okay.
um, clean shaven because this is pre beard,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
and he sees the both of you. His eyes widen, and then he seems to just like he's sort of surprised, but then tries to play it off like he wasn't.
Yeah, yeah.
And I go ahead and put that there so that you him. I'll put it in the chat so that Landon can see him because teleporting up.
Yeah.
Um, and also go ahead and doing something middle of, and he sees you and he comes over. Um, is everything okay? I thought that we were going to. Thought I was going to be coming up to this ship in a little bit to speak about things first.
Uh, I'm
Well,
afraid.
there's been a bit of an issue. Um, and she kind of catches him up for the most part.
Is it the Cliff Note version of what's
Yeah,
happening?
she gives him the Cliff Note version,
And he's probably very confused.
I just want to see
and
the expression of his face as in what happened.
um, well then, suppose I should go ahead and get up there and assist the count. Yes, then you're in charge down here. Lieutenant Yar, despite the fact that it's against all Starfleet accordances, please do what the so we know what's actually going on. Lieutenant Forge, stay with them. All right, Commander. And
I was gonna say, I think Wesley is technically there,
yeah,
but it's one of those moments. He in the story he didn't really matter too much.
I, there are some things. It's not gonna be the same now
Yeah. So if you
because
want him to
Picard is not here, but Wesley is still there. And in
Mhm.
fact, there's gonna be actually some interesting things that probably happen here in a little bit that we'll get into in just a little bit. So
So
Okay.
while I'm
the
waiting for them to come, I would have made me some food. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's probably been a bit since we've eaten anything.
oh, so you're going to go and try and find food. That should
Yep.
be interesting. All right,
Oh,
I mean, we
so
should have something here on the ship that's eatable.
so let's go ahead and play this out because all right. So go ahead and remove the people. All right. So you come out of the out of the ready room.
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant Yar and the ensign and Ensign Rhodes just left.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? You're hungry.
I'm obviously gonna follow the nearest trail of food that's not coming from somebody's room.
You are currently on the bridge. Have seen that there is an elevator.
Does the elevator have anything like buttons you could push? They're like labeled to like
oh
this goes
no!
here or.
Oh
Right,
no!
so you walk into the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Door closes. Hear like a little beeping.
Coming from the badge.
Coming from the elevator.
I'll say cafeteria and see what happens.
There is no cafeteria on board.
Yes.
All right. As the elevator starts going, here comes I am an audience. This appears
Mm-hmm.
just the head on a computer screen
Mm-hmm.
in front of you on the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, we found you. We've been so worried. Are you okay, Luke?
I don't know what you would call okay, but am I alive? Yeah.
We're trying to figure out what went wrong, but currently we can't get you back.
There's this alien being that is pretty much keeping us here, and he's wanting us to do a mission for him. And apparently, if we fail,
Luke,
he's gonna wipe all human race from existence.
Oh, this is great.
Luke,
Yes.
I thought everything that I am aware of is supposed to be in a simulated game.
Apparently, at some point, it stopped being a game and turned into reality. Maybe something went wrong with the software somewhere.
So a bunch of numbers and like ones and zeros
Hmm.
kind of her eyes basically start doing like ones and zeros. It looks very creepy,
Hmm.
but then they return back to the normal blue that she had.
Hmm.
Um, there's something going on, and I
Hmm.
need you to be very calm. But
Hmm.
you tell me, last thing you remember?
I
And
remember
at this
there.
point,
Hmm.
two things are about to happen. Luke is about to have a flashback. Thing two,
Nice.
flashback. Episode will be over. Or not this
Yeah,
episode, but this part.
I,
Hmm.
we in that time limit.
So, Luke,
Hmm.
you're in an elevator
Hmm.
and you're frustrated.
Hmm.
And it flashes back to you being in an elevator frustrated at a computer.
Hmm.
That's the memory.
Basically, all the systems started flashing, and then it was pretty much there was a system error on the screen, and then everything just flashed, and I woke up here.
So go ahead and write that down as a memory of yours.
Hmm.
That is your first real memory outside of your name. Right?
Hmm.
On that note, you're gonna call it.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I was thinking about it, and I think we'll just do plugs during the little round table talk at the episode.
Hmm.
And
So we'll just kind of like a fade out normally on the normal basis.
all right.
I didn't say probably doing